I'm a late bloomer in life, and when I first started college, I was 23 years old. I was getting a ride to downtown Austin Community College campus from my roommate at the time, Dick. Dick was a lot older than me, and I told him as we were pulling up to the school that I thought I was getting a late start in going to college. I told him I quote-unquote felt old, and I was surprised how hard Dick honestly laughed before shouting, "You're only 23. I was right and I was wrong at the time. A 23-year-old to me today, at the age of 43, is indeed very young. But when I started school in 2003, I was justified about me being self-conscious about my age because even in community college, I was older than the vast majority of students. And when I ended up transferring to the University of Texas, I would straight up be older than 95% of all students, according to the statistics on the University of Texas website. My goal was to graduate college by the time I was 30. That was my goal when I was 16. In the end, I ended up graduating from my university school of choice shortly after I turned 30. I guess I was 30 and a half. I worked very hard in my 20s with 7 years of school, 3 years of community college, 4 years at the University of Texas, plus all the day labor jobs I had. I worked the entire time I was in college, at community college and at the University of Texas. Many semesters, the financial aid would only cover the tuition. I went to summer school every year except one, too, so I had a full load of classes all the time, and I also worked a full-time job usually. Sometimes I had 2 part-time jobs. I worked at a dormitory, I worked at a sorority as a dishwasher, both places, and I worked as a casino dealer as well. I spent most of my 20s homeless, believe it or not, including some of the time that I was in school. I go into detail about all of this in my first book, Gone to Education. It's a highly reviewed, easy-to-read book, which you can find on Amazon or in Barnes & Nobles. It starts when I turn 16 and I drop out of high school, and it ends when I'm age 30 and I graduated from one of the top universities in the United States. The original title of the book was An Unusual Education before I changed it to Gone to Education. The very first title was called Homeless College.